Continuing from the last video. So what happened to that bald target skeleton spirit ball I had? Just wait, I'll let the camera focus. There we go. It worked well, but the mouth, the string in the mouth broke a lot. But that wasn't really the problem of why I don't have it anymore. What happened to it was I fried the soundtrack because I plugged in a really powerful adapter, but I still used it though, even when it didn't talk. The string was fixed in the mouth, and it was just moving its mouth and doing its thing. But the string in the mouth just kept breaking, so eventually it was just gone. I think I took off the face at one point. I don't know what happened to that face. I don't remember. This witch one, I have some videos on these, only where they were recorded off that TV screen like this, because they were already gone before I even started YouTube. But this one, the string in the mouth broke, and I took it apart to fix it, which all of them did that. I fixed that one, the mini fortune teller, mini brain monster, they all worked, except for that one. I think this one was my first attempt to try. What happened with her is her mouth was in so tight. You can pull their mouths out. I think there's a screw in there, but her mouth would not come out. We actually cracked it by pulling it because it was just in there so tight. The other ones came out just fine. But what happened with her is we tried gluing it back in after we fixed the string in the mouth, but the mouth would always just slip out. It would slip off of her face. So it just, yeah, and that one broke at an early stage too. That one didn't last very long. That one's broken right now too. But I still had it when I started my channel, so I have videos of that. This is another prop decoration I used to have. I'm not sure if this broke before I started YouTube or not. I know I have it in some videos, but not separate videos. It's videos where it's with all the other floating ghosts, of course, recorded off the TV screen. And now I'll show you what it is. This pirate with the shaking eye. It had 3 sayings and it was really hard to understand. So yeah, I had that. What happened with mine is the speaker blew out. I'm not sure if I ever replaced it or not, but I don't even remember that getting thrown away. I really do not know what happened to that. See, here's a video with that pirate head I had in it. Just a minute. You can see it in the thumbnail right there. This was also recorded off the TV screen. It's with other floating ghosts and all that. And I know you guys remember all the Spirit Halloween props I used to have, because I have videos of those. Resurrection Mary. I'm talking about the ones I don't have anymore. Resurrection Mary, Gravedigger, Deadlift Zombie. Yeah, you all remember those. I know you do. Unless you're new to my channel, but all you have to do is just look around a little bit. Oh yeah, I had the 5-foot floating Reaper from Techie Toys. I had the ones that fly across the screen. I had the gray Reaper. I still have that one. And I had the Reaper with the blue light up face that has a blue LED in it. That one, I do have some videos of it, but it stripped out at an early age. It quit working properly, right 5 days of having it. It got stripped really fast. It started clicking when it went a certain direction, and what I had to do is, it was really loose. I had to turn it to the it's not supposed to even turn that direction. It's the direction it can turn. Well, I had to turn it so it was flying sideways for it to work. But after a while, it got too stripped to even fly like that as well. So I didn't have it very long, but I still do have some videos, of course, when I was recording off the TV screens. Also, I've mentioned I had the Wild Witch, and I don't have any videos of that if you're wondering, if you've been looking. But she only lasted a day, not even that long. She broke the next day after school. Like her motor got weak right away. Like she stopped lifting up and down, so she had to be returned. She was purchased from Washington D.C. Spirit, so we didn't have a Spirit in Bismarck yet. Because that was 2009. We didn't get one until 2010. They were supposed to send us a replacement first before we sent the one back. But they never did. So we had to send back the broken one anyways. And at that moment, we kind of lost our trust for Spirit because, my grandma called them. They said, we'll do it, and they never did. So that's one thing bad about Spirit back then is I don't know if they're still like that. Probably a little bit better, but back then they weren't very good at that. I remember I also had that skeleton that crawled backwards. That I only have one video of that. That thing broke right away too. Like I posted its arm the wrong way and its arm snapped off. I have one video of that thing actually working. The reason I never had the Wild Witch recorded was because it's when I got back from vacation as well. I had no memory on my video cameras. And by the time I downloaded them to my computer, she was already broken. I think I was more lazy at recording videos back then too. Like I didn't do them as often. At that time I still kind of did like put them on DVDs and YouTube, but I didn't do both. But those videos actually, the computer that I saved all those videos on, it actually crashed, so everything was gone anyways. So it didn't even matter if I saved them or not. They were gone because that computer crashed. So I forgot about these ghosts that I got from Michaels in 2008.
Aware is awesome. That's why they're flash. Now that it's completely off. Oh.
This is my actually only video of them. Like, I think I have more videos of them with them in the background behind a floating witch and some more of these videos. I'm not really sure or not what I do have on here. Maybe I don't. But, yeah, this is my only official video of them alone because they broke before I started YouTube as well. Like I said, I had a lot more stuff even before I started YouTube. So if you thought I already had a lot, I had more before. And what happened to them is, well, they took up a lot of room, as you can see. And, there were times where you had to get past them, but they were in the way. And so eventually they were bumped to the point where they just snapped off. So, yeah, I in a way, I think I regretted buying them just because of how much space they needed. But they were still really cool. Because they were different. Here's a funny random video clip. Okay, back to the subject. Remember those skeleton wind chimes? It was a full body skeleton. Remember, I had the pirate one of that before. I do have some videos of it, but yeah, they're just some of them are with other Halloween stuff, like where I recorded all my. I think it's in some of them called Halloween Room Up Year Round. But I do have one separate video of it, but I'm not sure if it's named or not, but Oh yeah, this scene right here, it's a prank. It's in like a present. And when you open it, it's supposed to pop out. It's just it's not a prop or anything. It's just a small little, I don't know, prank toy. But it never really worked. Like, there was always cracked pieces in it that would never let the thing pop out. I always had to stick something flat in there just to get it to pop out. Here's another thing I used to have. This isn't going to be familiar to you because I hardly have any. I have no separate videos of this. This broke before I had YouTube as well. It's a small little pop-up grave skeleton. I think this is pretty rare because I've only seen it once and I found it at a rummage sale. But they broke pretty easily. Like at first when I got it, the eyes lit up, but as soon as I got it home, the eyes didn't light up anymore. And then eventually, like, it was going too far back, so the hat would get caught on the tombstone. So later on, I opened it up, fixed the wires for the light up eyes and stuff. But one day, I noticed it was just popping up randomly and it wasn't talking anymore. It must have like just shorted out or something because there's no other wires off really. I couldn't get it to talk anymore and it just got thrown away from there, which is kind of sad. I guess I didn't realize like how rare these things were, but I don't know. But here's a video of it going. I have maybe 2 videos with this thing in it, maybe. And again, recorded off the TV screens. This was also the very first time I ever used a video camera to record Halloween stuff. So in other words, my camera skills weren't the best. As it's kind of looking at the floor a lot. And it's like really fast and shaky. Yeah, I see. That's yeah. But it said boo. I love doing that, and then it says boo again, and it says see. It's kind of corny, but yeah. That's almost about everything, but I'm sure there's still more that I forgot about. Not too much more, but yeah. Also, here's that Flying Reaper that I don't have too many videos of. Here's all these older dancing ones. Oh god, she broke a while ago. She's always been shirtless almost. And then I used to have that skeleton. I don't have him anymore. Well, actually, yeah, I do still have him. Yeah, I've had videos of him broken, but there's no way I'm ever really gonna fix him up. The motor in his arms are weak. He's missing a lot of parts. His mouth doesn't move. He doesn't have a rubber belt. What happened to him though is when we were like cleaning up the toy room or whatever. We dropped a toy bucket on top of him, and then he snapped off of his base. So from there, he was already dead. This is one, like, I only have like 2 videos of this, not even that, because he was broken before I had YouTube as well. Oops. Also, I've noticed I don't have any videos of that mummy. Hallmark mummy. It seems Thriller. No separate videos or anything. I don't even know where that is. James Brown. Oh yeah, I used to have the big head James Brown. I still have the Williams Jr. But his mouth broke and I took it apart and I couldn't figure out how to get the mouth off because, I don't know, it was hard. And so it ended up getting thrown away. His head quit turning right away when I got it too. Yeah, this video was recorded off the TV screen. Sometimes you'll notice like the videos in these pause. That's because the discs are scratched up. Which I wish they weren't, because there are some really good moments in some of these DVDs that I'd love to see again, but we'll never get to see again. Yeah. This is the only clear video I have of this where it's actually working. The other videos are with other dancing ones, and I don't even know where the videos are of it. I have one video of it in my second Halloween playlist, and it's at Menards. There was 2 of them at Menards, where I'm recording in stores. And of course, those are really rare. Hot skeleton. I had 2 of those. My first one had a really scratchy speaker, and then it blew out, and then it just danced. And from there, after a while, I think it quit working completely. And then I got another one. And this one lasted a while. But this one's head ended up cracking. I forget how. I think I was holding it to see how low the batteries were, because I always used to do that with my toys. Like, I always used to hold them so they couldn't move. That's how I indicated if their batteries were low or not. I know it was stupid, but the arms still moved, but then all of a sudden there was a day where the arms just totally quit moving, and then he was gone as well. Both of them were. I have like 2 or 3 videos with him. Those scenes were always broken though. Like, those were at Walmart a really long time ago, and I looked at a lot of them because I tried to find really good working ones, but all of them had something wrong with them. Like, some had missing wings on the bat, some of them didn't move like this, and some of them, I think there was even one that had a missing eyeball or something. I'm not even sure. They were bad though. They weren't made very well. As far as I remember, that's almost all of it. I'm sure there's just a little bit more, but that's almost all of the Halloween stuff I had. Besides all the other things you've already seen on my YouTube channel and that I know you know for sure that I have. You guys are probably wondering, well, of course I was recording them off a TV screen, but maybe you guys are wondering how many DVDs did I have of this stuff before I have YouTube? Yep, that's a lot. I don't even think this is all of them. There's more. Oh yeah, see, look at that. Halloween stuff, monsters. These are all floating ghost videos with other shaking stuffs. Santas, robots. All the robot ones are before I even had V2s or anything. It was 4 Robopets, sometimes a Chrome Sapien and Spider Sapien, a Raptor, and that's about it. I didn't have much back then. Roboreptile, Turbo Fighters, Mars, but all these sadly are almost all scratched up. Austin ones. Those are ones with my old friend, and I had Halloween stuff recorded with them and stuff. We'd record together and stuff. They were fun videos to watch, actually. But all of them are scratched pretty much. There's so many to go through that I always had to take them out and like do this so I could see find what I'm looking for. There was also a moment where I had none of these discs named, and that made it really hard because I had to stick them all in the DVD player and take them out and all that. See, there's so many. Yeah. Oh yeah, see, there's another, not this one, but more here. And yeah, a lot of DVDs. See, I started recording in 2007, and I got YouTube in 2009, pretty much. Like, the start of it. Right after, like, Christmas. It started on Christmas Day, 2008, but I didn't have videos until 2009. Till after New Year's, I believe. But, yeah. This is 2007 through 2008. These are all the DVDs I made. Now, this is why I have so many videos on YouTube. Because this is how many videos I can make in 2 years or more. This much. It's just, this is something I've done my whole life, which is why it's so easy for me to make videos non-stop. Because this is a non-stop amount of DVDs. I mean, seriously, and I still think there's more somewhere, maybe. Maybe I'll try putting them in my little DVD players and record them off the TV screen some more to get some more stuff off of them that I never have put on YouTube. I actually have planned on doing that, but I know a lot of them are scratched, but it's still a good idea to get a little bit more, because those are really old. These are actually just spare DVDs that I haven't even used yet, because I never stopped burning them to DVD, but now since I have YouTube, I don't use them anymore. And some of these are even scratched up. These are the DVD players I used to record off of. And before I video recorded, I used to voice record my stuff. Oh, I have like 200 tapes of this shit. Sorry about that. But I did a lot of the stuff, but I mean, obviously after I got a video camera, this wasn't really needed as much anymore. This was 2005 through 2006, 7. And I had 2 of them. One from when I was at Grandma Grandpa's and one for this house. Here's the tapes from my video cameras. This is how I got them onto DVD. It's I had a VHS system that could record to DVD by putting it on specific settings, and like it would record the tape to DVD. I had to reuse these over and over again, so some of them had really bad quality because they were used so much, and that's why some of them are really quiet and muffled sounding. But I had lots of tapes. These were only 30-minute tapes. I could only record for 30 minutes before the tape ended. Each DVD had like 8 different 30-minute videos. Of course, all Halloween and robots and Santas. There were times I changed it to 115 minutes, but those always ruined my video cameras. Every time I made those changes, my video cameras ended up getting ruined. Like, they stopped recording, they would make beeping noises, their screen would do salt and pepper fights, and that's actually how it turned out as well. And these were the video cameras I used to record back then. Now you know why it was so hard for me to record in stores back then. Try getting away with these things. And back then, they were strict about recording in stores. If they caught you, they would kind of yell at you. When I recorded at Kmart, one guy saw me and he said, "You may not," or something like that. I had to leave. They did not allow it. Even if you asked, they would not allow it. They do it probably now, but God. I'm so glad they made small cameras because that solved that problem. These were nice video cameras too. This one used to be my dad's for my our family videos. This one's actually better yet. This one's really good quality, but I don't really use them anymore because they're outdated. This one I got at a rummage sale. It does work, but it doesn't have the batteries, but I still have the adapter, so I can record with the adapter, but I don't really record that much, so with those two are still broken. They don't have batteries or chargers. Actually, I think I still have one battery, but not chargers. And they're still broken. They need repair. They both broke the same way. After I set them to record for 90 or 115 minutes, they started squeaking and having that salt and pepper fight. The window's also very loose on them. That's my first, and that one's my second. That has a sticker of my phone number because one time I got a tape jammed in there and I had to send it in for them to get fixed. So yeah. This was also the very last one sold when they got discontinued. That was the exact last one. Thank God.